In the hidden world of microbes, scientists stumbled upon a mystery. Tiny life forms that caused mottling in plants, yet refused to grow in any lab dish. They were alive, but untouchable, real, but invisible. Were they viruses? No. These were living bacteria, complete with DNA, membranes, and structure. Nature had just locked them away, hidden from view, waiting to be discovered. To name these mysterious organisms, scientists proposed the name Liberibacter. Due to their elusive nature and the failure to fulfill Koch's postulates, they were given the status Candidatus, a Latin word meaning candidate, signaling, "We know you exist, but we haven't captured you yet." The most famous example, Candidatus Liberibacter asiaticus, causes citrus greening, or huanglongbing, turning sweet citrus bitter and killing trees. Citrus greening was first observed in Asia over 200 years ago when a devastating citrus disease called dieback hit central India. In the 20th century, it was found to be widespread throughout Asia and Africa. At the start of the 21st century, greening was eventually found in the Americas. Candidatus Liberibacter asiaticus cannot survive on its own. In fact, it cannot even be isolated and cultured like other types of bacteria. For transmission, it instead relies on its vector, the psyllid insects, Diaphorina citri, and Triosa erythrae. Much like a virus, Candidatus Liberibacter asiaticus is taken up by the psyllid when it feeds on the sap of young shoots, where it remains in the hemolymph throughout its life. In the plant, all species of Candidatus Liberibacter find themselves nestled within the phloem, moving along the vascular system from the leaves to the roots to the flushes and the fruits. Here, the bacteria accumulates starch in the sieve tubes, eventually plugging and disrupting the phloem of the plant. Affected trees become stunted and experience much dieback. Leaves in one sector become a mottled yellow. Most importantly, fruit born from infected trees are green and small, lighter than typical fruits, while tasting sour, salty, and excessively bitter. Unfortunately for the farmers, these will never sell. Detection of these elusive pathogens is much more complicated than with typical bacteria. They can only be found in low concentrations and are unevenly distributed throughout the plant. The inability to culture them also makes it especially difficult. As such, other methods must be employed, such as electron microscopy, ELISA, immunofluorescence, and RT-PCR. Otherwise, these bacteria will hide within their hosts unseen, waiting to wreak havoc upon the farms of many. Candidatus Liberibacter asiaticus has had massive impacts on citrus farms throughout Asia, Africa, and the Americas, even forcing many out of citrus production. Huanglongbing has no universal solution. Above all, one must ensure cleanliness in the farm, using disease-free planting materials, removing infected plant parts, and controlling the psyllid populations. Their tiny, hidden world reminds us, even today, life holds mysteries. Science is still learning to see. But this is just one of the many unknown organisms that are possible future threats. And they are there, just somewhere, everywhere. Fortunately, Huanglongbing is yet to be reported in Los Banos. But one day, when things change, are we ready to fight them off?